Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, your one-stop shop for all your Pokemon information. We go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price, and we do also cover any big Pokemon news like cartridge sets that get revealed, and if I do see any good deals, I always try to throw them in here too. But before we get started, we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Showcase Cards. If you guys remember being a little kid when you would carry your favorite Pokemon card in your pocket at all times, well, you can do that again today with these awesome cell phone cases. As you can see, I'm rocking the first edition Holo Neo Genesis Lugia, one of my all-time favorite cards. And no joke, I will constantly turn my phone over and just look at the card. And then two, they have cases for Apple, Samsung, Google. They got you covered. And then if you use the code BEARD10 at checkout, you receive 10% off your entire order. So definitely check them out. All the links are in the description. Right, let's get into it. We don't really have a ton of news. We're just going to hop right in. Checking out celebrations. Booster pack market price is up to $18. We got the regular ETB here. Last sold $275, $275, $280, and $270. So good to see. I have a lot of celebrations ETBs. We got the UPC. Last sold $798, $798, $799, $784. So an $800 ultra premium collection. Then we got to find the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold $390, $370, $365, $350, $388. So finally getting some love. Premium figure collection, market price $113. Last few sales are right at $125. So yeah, celebrations is on the move for sure. Next, we have Evolving Skies booster box, market price $2,100. Last sold $24, $24.80, $24.99, $2,300. And then we have the regular ETBs, which just keep going crazy. Last sold for the Umbreon one is $349, $350, $346, and $330. And the other one's going to be right around the same price. Go check the Pokemon Center ones. Last sold for this on TCG Player is $808, $850 before that, and that had a picture with a case. So, all right, what else do we have for Evolving Skies? The Build and Battle Stadium, market price $388. I remember I put this in a video like a year ago, and I remember getting a comment saying, those will never go up in price. Last sold $500, $500, $499, $447, $444. It's a cool looking box. I think they display really nicely too, and not everyone has one in their display, so I kind of like them. Next, we got the Mewtwo V Union box. It has some Evolving Skies packs in there. That sold $150, $158, $133, and $120. That was one of the collection boxes that I got a few of just because I thought it was so cool. Always reminded me of Exodia. And we got the 3-pack Blitzer. This is the one with the Umbreon promo. That sold $180, $155, $164, and $150. Next, we have Crown Zenith. The ETB's up a couple dollars finally. Kind of leveled out right at $175. Now that sold $190, $189, and $189. And then we got the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this is $399 and $350. What else we got for Crown Zenith? Mini tin display, market price $237. Now last sold $250, $277, and $240. I think the mini tin displays are kind of cool. And the Sea and Sky Premium Collection, market price $170. Bouncing back a little bit. Last sold $172 and $170. And I want to see the tins. Where are my tins? Here's the Galarian Moltres tin. Bouncing back a little bit. Last sold $59, $67, $64, and $70. All right. Next, we have $151. Not a ton of movement besides, obviously the big three. So we have the Pokemon Center ETB. This thing's going nuts. That sold $855, $900, $799, $748. That will definitely be a $1,000 box soon. Next, we have the UPC. Last sold $404, $450, $415, $421. And then we got to check the regular ETB because that is also still climbing. Market price $290. Last sold $270, $284, $260, $300, $300. And then we'll see if anything else is kind of moving. Alakazam market price $52. Booster bundle market price $74. 151 poster collection market price $30. The binder's up a little bit at $125. All right, next we have Prismatic Evolutions. The ETB's up a couple dollars, market price $105. The SPC market price is $208, kind of leveling out. And we have the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold $255, $255, $254, $275. So that is definitely up a little bit. Pretty much the only thing really moving for Prismatic. Next, we have Destined Rivals, and we got some movement. Booster box is $316. Now last sold 318, 318, 318. That is just crazy. And the Pokemon Center ETB is also up now. It says market price is 199, last sold 220, 198, 197, 206, 204. And the regular ETB is really only up a couple dollars. Last sold 115, 90, 93, 86, 85. But there's a ton of sales at like 85 to 95. Build and Battle Box, market price is 50. Booster Bundle, market price 47. And Sleeve Booster, market price 835. Next, we have Black Bolt and White Flare, just kind of running through it. They're not, going crazy or anything like that. But regular Black Bolt ETB, market price 85. White Flare ETB 83. The Poster Collection, market price $29. And both binder collections are right at 48. And then we got the Victini Illustration Collection, which this is my favorite box of the entire set so far. I think it's such a nice looking box. Market price $42. And then Pokemon Center ETB Black Bolt is $169 and White Flare is $159. All right, next we have a couple booster boxes here. Lost Origin is moving up again. It got down to $491. Now last sold $533, $550, $597, and $555. Next we have the regular Journey Together booster box. This was at $211. Next, we have Journey Together booster box. This is the regular one, supposedly one of the worst sets in the Scarlet and Violet era, but that got down to $209. Now last sold $260, $260, $260, $260. And we even have a little movement on the enhanced booster box. This was at $199. Now last sold $225, $220, $220, $244. Next, we have the Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center ETB climbing again. Last sold $400, $395, $400, and $399. Decent amount of sales too for something that expensive. Next, we have the regular Obsidian Flames ETB. Last sold $109, $109. All right around that same price. Next, we have the Zamazenta Elite Trainer Box Plus. There's a Zacian one too. They're around the same price. And last sold, all the prices are right around $135. Next, we have the regular Lost Origin ETB. Climbing again. Last sold $130, $130, and $120. Next, we have the regular Paldea Evolved ETB. Last sold $93, $106, $106, and $99. Next, we have the Vaporeon VMAX Premium Collection. There's also a Jolteon and Flareon, but Vaporeon is usually the most expensive, so we're just going to check this one today. Last sold $323, $325, $320, and before that it was $275. Not a ton of sales on TCG Player. Next, we have the Charizard UPC. Last sold for this, $347, $348, $350, and $350. Next, we have the Arceus V-Star UPC. This is at $185. Now last sold $248, $215, $225. So a couple new sales there. All right, next we have the Seismatode here, and I'm sure you guys have already heard about the 666 right here above his shoulder. Now people are thinking this card's going to get banned, but we've never even had an English card really get banned before. But this card is going nuts, and if you guys did not know, it's the same artist who did the Magikarp and the Giratina and all that. But last sold for the Seismatode $218, $218, and $260. So this card is definitely getting manipulated hardcore. People even hit me up asking me if I wanted to do big buyouts, which I thought was hilarious that they would do that. But yeah, this card is definitely getting manipulated right now. It will definitely come down in price once the next thing, gets hyped up. So be careful buying this if you guys are trying to buy this for some reason. I do like the card though. I like how it looks like he's just tripping balls. So that's pretty sweet. Next, we have the Samurat. So I'm just going to go through all the illustration rares that are, going up in price for White Flare and Black Bolt. And we're going from most expensive to cheapest for some reason. But this was $35. Now last sold $45, $44, $45, $47. Next, we have the Oshawott. So this was at $48, got down to $40. Now last sold $47, $45, $44, and $47. Next, we have the Zoroark. This card is beautiful. This was at $40, got down to $32. Now last sold $47, $45, $44, and $75. Next, we have the Zorua right here. This card got down to $20. Now last sold $30, $29, $35, and $36. Next, we have the Electric from Black Bolt. It's got down to $16. Now last sold $28, $23, $28, $20. I still got to read all these and see which ones are playable. I haven't done that yet. Next, we have the Emboar Illustration Rare. This thing just kind of went straight up. It was at $11. Now last sold $32, $30, and $30. Next, we have the Joltik. This card is adorable. Mrs. Beard loves it. But this thing was at $18, got down to $15. Now last sold $22, $20, $21. Next, we have the Volcarona. I think this is one of the coolest arts in this set. This is at 24, got down to 22, not really going up a ton, but next we have the Capalian here. Love this card. This is at 14, now last sold 20, 19, 20. I think this card definitely deserves it. Next we have the Landorus. So this got down to about 15, now last sold 17, 42, 18, and 21. Next we have the Carablast here. This was at $10, now last sold 17, 11, 16, and 16. Next, here are all the special illustration rares. There is not one special illustration rare that is technically going up in price. I mean, the Hilda, a couple dollars, I guess. And Keldeo did go up in price, but now it's kind of leveling out. I'm just going to run through the market prices real quick. So we got the Zekrom, SIR 217, Reshiram 215, Hydreigon 94, Hilda 85, Keldeo 71, Genesect 71, Ends Plan 68, Kyurem 64, Jellicent 60, Meloetta 52, Superior 48, Whimsicott 36, Excadrill 32, and Bouffalant 27. So let me know down below what you guys think of this lineup here for both sets. These are all the special illustration rares. I feel like it's a pretty solid lineup. I don't think it's like the best ever, but I think it's definitely really good. So yeah, all of them are pretty much going down in price. And now here are the two red Victinis. Market price for the white flare one, $498. Market price for Black Bolt is $442. Also not going up in price. Then we have the black full art Zekrom. Bounced back a little bit, but last sold $399, $420, and $439. I have a feeling these will be, $200 cards. Next, we have the white Reshiram. Now last sold $480, $426, $430, and $422. And yesterday at the card show, I seen both the white one and the black one right next to each other, and the white one popped more. Next, we have the Bubble Mew EX, one of the only special illustration rares doing really good right now. Last sold $382, $399, $350, $350, so it's going right back up to where it was. Let's check that. It got up to $421 at the very end of January. So it's going right back. Next, we have the Lugia V. Again, one of the only alternate arts that's doing really good right now. Got down to $255. Now last sold $389, $314, $350 for a PSA 9, and $349 for another near mint. All right, next, we are going to be checking out some Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia art rares and special art rare prices so we can kind of see what everything is priced at. We got the Houndstone AR 380. Most of the art rares are very affordable on the Japanese side. Looks like we got all 12 art rares from Mega Symphonia for $38. So yes, very affordable. Alakazam 7 is going to be a promo for us. Litleo 380, Delibird 380, Shed Ninja 380, which I think this card does connect. We got a Stuffle 380. Yeah, all pretty much the same price here, between $3 to $5. All right, next we have Mega Brave art rares. So we got the Spiritomb 340, best offer accepted. Now this does have the Bulbasaur, which sold at $10.80, Ivysaur at $9.20. So it looks like we get the full set here, both Venusaurs and the Bulbasaur and Ivysaur that sold for $93. Vulpix for $5. Very excited to get this Vulpix. That's another one Mrs. Beard is super pumped about. Bulbasaur for $16. Spiritomb for $3.80. Steelix for $5. And in my opinion, this is the best Steelix we have ever gotten. I think this just blows the other one out of the water. And we got the Executor, $3.80. Marshadow for $5.96. Now remember, this has a Pikachu in it. I can see this card also doing very good on the English side. We got the Riolu at $6.40. And I think that is about it. Next, we are checking out some Mega Symphonia special art rares. We have the Gardevoir here, sold for $177. The Mega Latios only sold for $63, which I keep seeing people say it just looks like a full art, but Kangaskhan for $40. Another Gardevoir for $197. And then we have Wally's Compassion for $16. That's a nice looking card. Not a huge trainer guy, but it's nice. Even the full art here for Mega Gardevoir sold for $16.40. So that's not a bad price. Next, we have Mega Brave SAR. So we got the Lily's Determination, sold for $400, best offer accepted. Then we have the Mega Lucario, where he's fighting Mega Venusaur, $120, $99. Then we got the Mega Venusaur SAR here. Now, in my opinion, this almost looks like the full art. Like, if you really look at both of these, they don't look that different, to be honest. To where one of my favorite cards in the set is this Mega Absol, sold for $29. I cannot wait for this thing. I hope it is cheap. I really want a full page. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And then it looks like the full art is worth about $10. We got the Lieutenant Surge's deal, sold for $8.40. I think the art is kind of cool, like something different at least. But I've heard a lot of people complain about that. We even have another Mega Lucario here, sold for $85, and another Absol at $29. Next, we have the gold cards, which are the most expensive cards in the set. So that's 2 sets in a row now where the art rare or the special art rare are not the most expensive cards. Because we got Black Bolt and White Flare, where the black full art and the white full art and the red Victini are all the most expensive. Now this set, the gold cards are the most expensive. So we got the Mega Lucario and Mega Gardevoir. That sold for $939 for both. Lucario here just for $430, $434, $484. Gardevoir at $428, so $400 gold cards, which is just crazy. I did see a really clear picture of one of these like outside. I haven't seen them in person yet. It does look nice. I think they're definitely some of the better gold cards we've gotten. Still, you know, I'm always going to say this, not as good as Crown Zenith, but still really cool. I think it's hilarious. Whenever me and my wife price out cards, she gets so mad when I like pull out a bunch of gold cards and they're just all worth just a couple dollars because she thinks they're just so beautiful and they should be worth so much more. But yeah, she's a big fan of the gold cards. Next, we have the Mega Brave Booster Box. So with shrink wrap, sold for $88. And we got Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia, both sealed, for $152. Another Mega Brave, $88 with shrink. Another one for $82. That one says it has this little bit of damage, but I'm sure someone's opening it. But yeah, it's around $150 if you want both of them. So, I mean, not absolutely terrible if you really think about it. All right, next we have Black Bolt on the Japanese side. So just going to run through some quick prices because I kind of wanted to check the Seismatode was the main reason why I pulled these up, and I figured we might as well check the top ones here. So the black Zekrom full art for on the Japanese side, market price is $298. Zekrom SAR is $169. Ends plot $79. Seismatode went up to $51 on the Japanese side. And then we got the Meloetta $37, Superior $34, Kyurem $31, Genesect $27, and then the Victini, which is a promo for us, that was $22. And I think our Victini, the promo is selling them for around like $7 to $11 from what I've seen. So some very affordable cards though on the Japanese side. Now here is White Flare on the Japanese side. We got the White Full Art $276, Reshiram $174, Hilda $79, Hydreigon $39, Oshawott $27, Keldeo $27. You got the Archeops Master Ball at $19, Zoroark at $18. All right, next, we finally got some Black Bolt and White Flare Japanese PSA 10 sales in here. So we got the Black Full Art $470 in a 10, $470 again. We got the Zekrom SAR at $263 in a 10, $255. Superior at $155. Black Full Art at $446, and the Seismatode at $319. And last on the list, White Flare. So the White Full Art $475 in a 10, $510. And the Reshiram SAR at $239. And then someone got a bunch of the art rares in, and they're honestly very affordable, selling between like $30 to $70. Ambor here sold for $50. Got a couple Master Balls here for $30. You know, very, very affordable on the Japanese side for PSA 10s. And you got to remember, it's much easier to get a PSA 10 on the Japanese side. We even got the Frillish here that sold for $27 in a 10. Beautiful arts though. So, I mean, if you wanted to collect all these in PSA 10s on the Japanese side, it's actually somewhat doable. Especially if Gen 5 is your all-time favorite set. I mean, they got so lucky that they got every single Pokemon from Gen 5 as an illustration rare or a special illustration rare. Just imagine if we would have gotten that for $151. It would be absolutely insane. But all right, that was today's Pokemon Market Monday. If you guys do like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, you can check out my Instagram, my TikTok, and my YouTube membership is only 99 cents a month. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you guys want to watch my last Sunday video where I did a giveaway and we went through a ton of graded cards because a ton of them are going up in price again, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.